French and Indian War. During the 16 and 1700s, English settlers started moving west. As a result, in 1754, the French and Indian War broke out. The English fought against the French and many Indian tribes. The opening shots of the war were shot by George Washington on Fort Necessity. Benjamin Franklin proposed the Albany Plan of Union, which created one general government for 17 colonies. There was a string of British defeats. The tide of battle turned in 1758 when the British captured Louisburg and Fort Duquesne. The British won the Battle of Quebec, and soon after, Britain and France signed the Treaty of Paris, which ended the war. Turmoil over taxation. In 1763, the Proclamation of 1763 was passed, which forbade the colonists to settle west of the Appalachian Mountains. The proclamation angered colonists, and they simply ignored it and moved west anyway. In 1764 and 1765, Grenville persuaded Parliament to pass the Sugar and Stamp Act. The colonists protested the Stamp Act and said there should be no taxation without representation. They had a peaceful protest and made a petition. In 1764, Parliament passed the Townshend Acts, which taxed goods and also used a legal document known as Rights of Assistance, which made colonial protests widen. Then the Boston Massacre happened in 1770. Samuel Adams and John Adams both helped the colony. From protest to revolution. In 1773, Parliament passed the Tea Act, which let the company bypass tea merchants and sell directly to the colonists. The colonists were angry because they were cut out of the tea trade. In 1773, the colonists, dressed as Indians, boarded the ships and dumped tea into the harbor, which was later called the Boston Tea Party. Parliament strikes back by passing the Intolerable Acts. About that time, Quebec Act was also passed. In 1774, the First Continental Congress gathered together, made up of 12 colonies, and set up a militia. The colonists also set up an army of Minutemen. During the battles of Lexington and Concord, they shot heard round the world, which killed 8 colonists on April 19th, and still to this day no one knows who fired it.
The British are coming! The British are coming! Now the ride of Paul Revere set the nation on its ear, and the shot at Lexington heard round the world. When the British fired in the early dawn, the War of Independence had begun. The die was cast, the rebel flag unfurled, and on to Concord marched the foe to seize the arsenal there, you know, waking folks, searching all around, till our militia stopped them in their tracks. At the old North Bridge we turned them back and chased those redcoats back to Boston town. And the shot heard round the world was the start of the revolution. The men were ready on the move. Take your powder, take your gun, report to General Washington. Hurry in, there's not an hour to lose. Now at famous Bunker Hill, even though we lost, it was quite a thrill. The rebel Colonel Prescott proved he was wise. Outnumbered and low on ammunition, as the British stormed his position, he said, hold your fire till you see the whites of their eyes. Though the next few years were rough, General Washington's men proved they were tough. Those hungry, ragged boys would not be beat. One night they crossed the Delaware, surprised the Hessians in their lair, and at Valley Forge they just bundled up their feet. Now the shot heard round the world was the start of the revolution. The Minutemen were ready on the move. Take your blanket, take your son, report to General Washington. We got our rights and now it's time to prove. Well, they showed such determination that they won the admiration of countries across the sea like France and Spain, who loaned the colony ships and guns and put the British on the run and the Continental Army on its feet again. And though they lost some battles too, the Americans swore they see it through. Their raiding parties kept up hit and run. At Yorktown, the British could not retreat, bottled up by Washington and the French fleet. Cornwallis surrendered, and finally we had won. When